My Dog Cat by Marty Crisp. Illustrated by True Kelly. Holiday House, New York. The table of contents. Front face, a dog named Cat, a dog by any other name. A cat is not a kitty. The cat's meow. To be or not to be. Cat in the hat. Rat at tat. Cat. Cat. Burglar. Cat. Oyster. Cat. Non-gate. If I had 3 wishes afterward, the dog in your heart. Number 1. Front face. There are dog people and there are cat people. Albert Williams III figured he was a dog person living in a cat people family. His mother had a gray cat, a gray short-haired tabby cat. His father had a big yellow tomcat with a white belly. His sisters had a hollow, long hair who constantly shed tufts of fur on Abby's jeans and sweatshirts. And even if he didn't keep his bedroom door closed, even on his pillow, usually Abby didn't like cats. But right now, right this very minute, he wished he had a cat beside him. Not a house cat, a lion, the king of the beasts. My dog Cat. Even a tiger would do, as long as it was big and loud and hungry enough to eat Petey's treat right out of his sneakers. Abby looked down at those scuffed sneakers. It was better than looking up at Petey's challenging eyes. What's up, babes? Petey and his friends Jeff and Jason were crowded around Abby's open locker, waiting to get their mitts on his lunch. Petey always wanted Abby's dessert. Most days he got it before school, pushing Abby on his way through the park. Petey would have his shaggy black and tan a kite with him. Tiny was the dog's name, although it was huge as far as Abby was considered. The dog was big and mean and squinking-eyed, just like her owner. Tiny would snarl and growl and act as if she didn't mind if Petey ate Abby's dessert, as long as she herself could chew on Abby. But this morning, Petey is running a little late. I'll get my lunch bag. Abby knew better than to argue with a giant. Petey's street wasn't just tall. He towered over Abby, and he seemed to enjoy towering over him. It wasn't fair. After you moved into a new school, it took a while to meet the nice kids, but the mean kids zoned in on you as if they had Greek, rather as if they knew you were coming. Abby stood on his toes, and he felt around on the top shelf of his locker. Where he shoved his lunch bag out of sight just minutes later. If only he'd get his grown spurt right this minute. His mother kept promising he'll grow into his big feet someday. Abby glanced down at his black high tops. Why not today? He could almost picture it. He stared for a moment at his sneakers, trying to imagine them on. the end of the legs of the tallest basketball center in the world. He'll be tall, all right, and he'll still be growing. His head would zoom toward the ceiling, and he'll stick his tongue out at Petey as he shot past. There'll be nothing Petey could do about it. That's what Abby wished for. Wishing was sort of his hobby. He collected wishes the way other kids collected comic books and baseball cards. He dreamed of finding a magic coin or a genie's lamp or bumping into a fairy godmother. Fairy godmothers were for girls, of course, but since he had a girl's name, who knew? The wishes came to him, and he stored them in his memory to take out and examine and decide if they were what he really wanted. Back in Baltimore, he'd sometimes come close to wasting wishes on dumb things like second helpings of cake or not having to take a bath. Not anymore. He'd been refining his list ever since they moved here. There was three rules for wishes. You could never have more than 3, no matter what kind of magic you use. These days, Abby knew exactly what he wanted. First, he wished for a name, any other name, Matt or Josh or Joe, anything that didn't sound like a girl's name. How the Williams family could give such a horrible name to 3 generations of boys was beyond Abby. Of course, his dad, who was about Williams' journal, used a nickname, Will. Before that, it went back to his grandfather. Abby had no idea how he handled being stuck with a girl's name. Maybe names hadn't mattered so much in the olden days. Abby pulled his lunch bag down from his locker shelf. He handed it to Petey without a word. He was tempted to wish Petey's street would disappear in a big puff of black smoke. Magic disappearing smoke. Abby figured it would smell slightly of burnt toast, the way Petey did, but that would be a waste wish. There were plenty of bullies in the world. Getting rid of one was no protection in the long run. Better to wish to be taller than any other boy in 4th grade, big enough to make Maddie and every other bully think twice about messing with Albert Williams III. Abby stood on his toes again to search the back of his locker shelf for his library book. It was due today. It was a book about dogs. That, of course, would be his 3rd wish, to have a dog of his own. A big, strong, black dog named Killer. Maybe Rottweiler or Doberman Pinscher. It didn't really matter, as long as the dog was huge and fierce and had teeth the size of piano keys. It had to be a dog who would follow him everywhere, make bullies take off their baseball caps and nod their heads respectfully, and murmur, "What's up, Abby?" So what's up, Runface? Petey tossed Abby's lunch back to Jeff, who in turn tossed it to Jason. Jeff and Jason were also 4th graders, and not much smaller than Petey. himself, they followed Petey everywhere. Petey was stalking with close cropped down brown hair and a knotted blue banana always hanging out of his back pocket. He carried his valuables in the banana bandana instead of a wallet. Abby have seen him taking money out of it. Jason tossed the bag to Petey, who withdrew the plastic pie slice container, licked a trickle of whipped cream off the corner of the lid, and flipped it open. He ate a big finger of strawberry pie, slurping it around on his tongue and licking his lips. Then he scrunched up the brown paper bag so Abby's peanut butter and jelly sandwich was smushed and his banana was half popped out of its skin. "What's up?" Petey frowned. He used this to cover every anxious from pillow to get lost. A grinning to help friend also included a high five and a hip bump. Abby definitely was not a friend. "I hope you enjoy my pie, Petey. I'll try to bring something even better next time." Abby had learned the hard way, but what seemed like a million pounds of body sitting on his chest. This was what Petey wanted to hear. Abby's voice sounded flat and far away as he said the words. He hated to say them, but if he said them all sarcastic and better, the way he felt, Petey would just sit on his chest again until he did it right. "You do that, face. You go home to your mommy and ask her to bake up some of her chocolate chip cookies," Petey suggested, patting Abby on the head as if he were a little kindergarten. "She might be baking today." Abby hoped the gleam of revenge he felt rising in his eyes wasn't visible. He pushed his gold wire-rimmed glasses up his nose and tilted his head toward the overhead fluorescent lights. He hoped all Petey could see was a reflected glare. "We're having company this week. My aunt is coming over and bringing her new baby, and Mom usually bakes when we're having company." "Well, isn't that sweet?" Petey made a mincing gesture with his fair hand, and the other boys hooted with his laughter. "Get to class," came the warning voice of the hall monitor as she turned the corner. "It's almost time for the bell. Just be sure to bring something good," Petey growled, putting his lips to Abby's ear. "You getting the message, face?" Abby could smell the bully's breath, ripe with cornflakes and Abby's own strawberry pie. "Sure, Petey. I'll bring something good just for you. It'll be a surprise, I promise." Abby tried hard to sound sincere, humble. Even he didn't want to scare Petey. Not yet. There'd be time enough for that later. Soon Abby would have his dog, and everything would be different. The back of Abby's neck tangled with anticipation. Tonight was the night one of his 3 wishes would finally come true, even if it was temporary. Aunt Laura was bringing her new baby over, and with him, she was bringing her new dog. She refused to tell Abby what kind of a dog it was. She wanted to surprise him. All she would say was that her dog would bark a warning and sniff out trouble with the best of them. Now she wanted the Williams family to dog sit while she flew off and showed baby Lee to relatives in California. Abby could picture it already. A big black dog trouncing at his side, a dog whose deep, minxing growl would light a flame of fear in Petey's Street's eyes. The next time he tried messing with Alvin Williams III. Now that's the end of the story, guys. End of the chapter. Make sure you see my other chapters and my other books. Please subscribe. Bye.